todos mi gente and everyone across the world. It's a new edition of our live show, The Week. Wow, this week is gonna be Vegas, loco. Wrap-ups from the road. Also as well, Xolo wins big. Jenna Ortega in new film Miller's Girl, Too Sexy. As well, we got films to watch in the theaters. We have dear celebrities lost and gone but never forgotten. And then we're gonna get heavy with issues, issue after issue. White guilt, banning books, and our main topic, Hollywood not coming through on diversity and inclusion. Que horror, que lástima. No, I tell you no. But let's not do it alone. Special guest struggle reviews and verbal riots. Dante, pues vámonos.
Hey baby, ¿qué pasó? Thought I was your only vato. Hey baby, ¿qué pasó? Won't you give me un beso? Come on, baby.
West Side Story is really your first major leading role on Broadway. As you think back, what would you say stands out most in your mind about that show?
Oh, there's so many. But actually, it was the excitement of the creation of the show, watching Leonard Bernstein setting down notes that would later be heard and loved by everyone. And watching Jerome Robbins suddenly come up with a masterful step that would later be performed as an integral part of the performance.
A boy like that would kill your brother. Forget that boy and find another. One of your own kind. Stick to your...
To the top of the bill, she lit up the Great White Way. Hello, Broadway. Bye-bye, Birdie. Life was sweet. Sweet Charity.
To be in America, okay by me in America, everything free in America, for a small fee in America, nothing strange.
Holly here on the Latino Slant. What's happening, everyone? Hola, ¿cómo estás? To all the Slantinos and to all our friends at the Struggle Reviews TV channel as well. What's happening, everyone? ¿Qué pasó? Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? My name is Polly. And yeah, we have just a really topics-packed live stream for you guys today. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if I don't piss you off with one of these items, then I didn't do my job today. What can you expect? You can expect Struggle Reviews and Dante Verbal Riot to come on and bring the heat. But also, too, we want to say hello to all our guests and all our subscribers and members. We want to first, though, I put together that special video, and in remembrance to shockingly the passing of Carl Weathers. it's so weird that we live in a day and age where 76 is considered young still. It just goes to show you, that we're leading longer, better lives. And it was nice to see a bounce back in Mr. Weathers' career, with him acting and directing in Mandalorian, and it seemed that the next iteration was going to be him in the Star Wars film, and in hopefully that next season of Mando. But alas, pero no. So growing up, I'm 53. I can tell you right now, that guy's been part of my life this entire time as far as entertaining us. And so rest in peace, sir. Another giant who kind of lived in different shadows but equally effective is that if you're not a Broadway musical theater avid goer, is the great Chita Rivera. She originated the role of Anita. She's a West Side Story. She's a multiple Tony Award winning actor, dancer, singer. And as you can see, I believe she passed away at 91. 91. She opened up shows from Chicago, originated the roles, West Side Story, Kiss of the Spider Woman. She was the half Puerto Rican, I believe, lady, and just paved her own way. Before her, there was no one else. Finally, what could have been? The day the music died was 65 years ago today, where Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Ritchie Valens was lost in a plane crash. I mean, you think about plane crashes and artists and musicians and actors. It's just really, really sad. Roberto Clemente, Otis Redding. I mean, in particular with Otis, he never got to live the fame that his number one hit, Sitting on the Dock of a Bay, became after the fact. So incredible. He originally wrote Respect and so many fantastic songs. But with Ritchie Valens, he was 17. And he already had written so many original songs and iterations of rock and roll with that Latino flair, La Bamba, Come On, Let's Go, Donna, and one of my personal favorites, We Belong Together. And he, to where in his short lifespan, he influenced Bob Dylan and all these other great rock and rollers. So we wanted to say that. I wanted to give all my love and respect to all those amazing people that, whether it's their film, dancing, music, or all those above, they still entertain us. That's their legacy, right? That's their legacy. So, okay, let's bring in our good buddy Fletcher, the producer of the Latino Slant. ¿Qué pasó, man?
Hola a toda la gente acá y bienvenidos a todos que están escuchando en Struggle Review TV y on Twitter X.
Hey, you're speaking all that Spanish. What's going on?
What? No. Sorry, my bad.
Hey,
I hablo inglés. Everyone.
We're in America now. You speak Mandarin now.
You speak American.
Yeah, well, you speak that Mexican. We don't speak Mexican around here.
We don't speak Mexican around here.
How are you, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. It's really funny, man. A lot of stuff. We went to Vegas. Crazy time. And I wanted to share, before we get to some news items, I wanted to share, let's think, where's my Vegas clip? We got all these clips. Here's my shout out, right? Matt Kadish, Matt Vader, Salty Nerd Podcast, Toddzilla, Joker's Voice, Andy Vargas, and Santana. Yeah, me and Mexican Iron Man got to see Santana live this past weekend, bro.
Awesome.
Yeah. Are you a fan of their music, of his music?
Yeah, actually, I was introduced to by my white brother-in-law.
Who
was a fan of Santana.
Why is it got to be white? What's going on there?
Well, it's white on white. That's what it is.
Well,
Uh,
hey, you're good. Okay, here's what we're trying to do all the light stuff before we get to that. You're jumping ahead there, buddy.
yeah, he's more the rocker that got me introduced more to like the rock stuff. My
Gotcha.
parents were not really big rockers, so
Gotcha.
and he introduced it to me, and it was it's really cool. I mean, rock with bongos and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool.
Okay, so let me know if you can what do you see here if I click and does the image go big?
Right now, no, it's just highlighted.
Okay. All right, so it's just the little ones. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to have to go let's do this one first, right? Where are we? Let me get out of this and I want to share with you guys our little Santana weekend. We did a lot. We did like tons of shorts. We even went on Midnight's Edge and had a little fun there. But we really went there to go see the lead singer of Santana, Andy Vargas. And there's Andy Vargas to the right with Mike Mexican Iron Man.
That's so
So
cool.
that was a
It's House
blast.
of Blues, right?
Yeah, House of Blues, Mandalay Bay. Now, here's what this was. It was their greatest, it's Carlos Santana's greatest hits Vegas show. So I kid you
Oh
not,
wow.
it was hit after hit. There was not a song I did not know. Not even I even knew the Michael Jackson compilation song they did together. Do you remember that one?
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
right. No, I don't.
No.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean it was a total blast. And this is us doing a little pre-prepping here. Let me put up another image. People don't know this about me, but I love a good cigar. I love a good cigar. And so Mike gets those heavy cigars, he's like, I'm like, just give me something light,
Stogies.
Yeah, we stogied it up after meeting a couple of the fellas, Todd Zilla, Joker's Voice, Matt Kadish. We had Husson's Cantina. You know what? I don't think Mike sent me the video of when of me singing. Let me text him. I did pretty good with my Sabor a Mi, brother.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah,
and I heard from
had
him
an
that you
absolute.
kept him from going full on pool party Mexican Iron Man.
Well, okay, here's the thing. As you guys know, I'm this is my first time going to Vegas in years sober. So that's the thing, is that I was a little nervous. I held it together, but I had not been in Vegas in so long. I'm like, oh my God, last time I was there, I was still drinking. I have almost 8.5 years sobriety. So I was like, whoa,
Right.
it was definitely a trip. It was definitely a trip. There you are. We're at Husson's Cantina, Todzilla, his brother, Matt Kadish, Mexican Iron Man. So that was really great. Thank you guys. However, Mike does like to drink, have a couple drinks. I'm not trying to throw any
Throw
shade on
shade.
him. It's not to say he's got a drinking problem. He does not. But we woke up the next day and he was feeling a little bit, and so I'm like, let's hit the gym, let's work out a little bit, and we'll feel better. And he's fine. So it was definitely an interesting experience to go to Vegas as a sober guy. I was like, God, it's been this long since I've been in Vegas. Okay, another
It's not
thing too we got to do is we got to go to the Salty Nerd podcast studios, and
right. Yeah, that was fun.
that was a great time, guys. That was a great time, and There's a fancy pants studio there, and apparently my rant got me in trouble a little bit. We will talk about that, but we had a great time, brother. We had a great time, and thanks again to the salty nerd dude. So what do we got coming up before we hit the news items?
All right,
And
so we got that
yeah,
LA hashtag LA
oh yeah.
rain.
Let's say hello to people in the chat because there are a
right.
lot of people here that are
Yeah.
from struggles crew, which I really appreciate. And let's first, we got member of the channel, Lord Thoth, go Raiders. Hey guys, my sweet perspective, hello. NW, hello. Member of the channel, Julissa, yes, rest in peace. Mr. Withers, Tony T, rest in peace. Apollo, Karen Owen, member of the channel, howdy. Sin's Corner, hola todos. Gonna swing a kettlebell around while you guys keep me company. Rest in peace.
Ooh.
One and only Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do I say your first name? See, I
think
hate
it's
this, man.
Brace.
Brace?
Mhm. Or
Brees.
Brees.
It's an E, dude. It's an E. But
No,
it's an English E. It's not a.
Yo no hablo inglés, so.
No,
I'm
you
cool.
know, you know, hablo. Breeze, Larry. Am I saying your name right? Welcome to the slant. Hey, everyone. Bonso. Jenna needs all the above button. Oh, you gotta get me on this. See, this is why I ask you what's going on in the chat, brother. Lord Thoth, Polly, great cigar and a glass of high-end port. High-end port for you, but that sounds lovely. Brandon, the anime guy. That would have been fun to see, Santana, dude. I have a video. I'll play a little bit of it. We're probably gonna get already struck from playing all that this early on. He does like to drink. Mexican Iron Man does like to drink. Michael Nellis, how many bigotes would you give your trip? Ooh, I would give my trip 4 out of 4 bigotes. 4 bigotes. Absolutely. Salty. I also just rolled. Okay, why did I read that? Jesus. And why, you know what? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Why did you, I want to know what goes on in your mind, Fletcher, when you star that.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought it was just, I just came, Bonger. Is that?
I am like Ron Burgundy.
Oh, that's that thing. Okay.
I'm Ron Burgundy, my friend.
Not a stoner.
Y'all got it right.
Terminology.
Excellent, Breeze. It's lovely to have you here. Okay, tell us about the poll, Mr. Fletcher.
All right, so in the poll we have how much we love Jenna. Mm-hmm. And for some reason it doesn't come up on my thing. I don't know. Do you see it up on yours?
Yeah, the poll. Yeah, we got the poll going on. And we have 25 votes. We need more. I want more people to vote. This is in the Latino Slant channel. So if you want to vote, come into our channel. Jenna Ortega is 1, a sexy girl, 2, girl next door, 3, dangerous goth, 4, abuelita, grandmother approved. And what I'm having here by 52%, sexy girl. That's like leading the way. Then you got 20 and 20. It's a tie. Then dangerous goth number 8. Yeah, I don't really see her as a dangerous goth. That's more like, Wednesday, But yeah. So what else are people saying in the chat?
Well, we just had Christopher Domingos come in and Admiral Teague and Sander Hammerschlager. I'm trying to get my friend? Vote on. Doesn't come up on me.
Oh, so okay. Yeah, I'm not having any problems with that.
Yeah, it doesn't come on 2 computers.
Okay. All right. We have 20 again. You got 25 votes happening. Thank you so much. Please hit that, Admiral Teague, Christopher Dominguez. It's great to have all the Slantinos here and all the struggle reviews people. we still got a few light items before we really start digging deep into what's going on. Let's bring up some LA rain. Okay. There is several storms that have been hitting us here in LA, and people have been calling asking for if we are okay. And yes, we are. Thanks for asking. But check this out. This is from yesterday. The literally rained nonstop in the San Fernando Valley, 10 a.m. Right? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Here's the thing with LA weather. Or the LA basin. Let me just say the LA basin, guys, is his like the nature of it, like the nature topography, is that it's prone to flooding. Right?
Yes, definitely.
You guys with me? You guys with me? So prone. Some of these are funny. Need to prep going down the street to the doctors. Can you see that? Yeah. Good. So, what they've created over the years is an incredible system of canals,
right?
banks, just a very intricate system of the whole basin. I mean, this basin is huge, the LA basin, and all this water is coming down off these mountains, right? And so they all have this system that goes in towards the LA River. Now, you guys have maybe seen the LA River in movies like Grease, Blood In, Blood Out. It's that concrete river, and you see the bridges over it in downtown LA. This is it right now. This is what's going on, and it shows you that the engineers who put this together have been doing an incredible job. Now, the flood areas that are like not part of the canals, we're not there. We're not near any of that, Fletcher.
Yeah.
But what it tells you is that those are areas that are, pretty intense
to go over this, right?
To even live.
Right.
It's like you're in the floodways.
Right.
So you're gonna see all this is what we have, right? Where is this one at?
Wow.
Yeah.
Why no one's surfing out there? I don't know.
Well, this is going on here too, I mean, oh wow.
That's how you do it.
Wow. I mean, I think people are just having fun here.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my God, it's so silly. There's one more I wanted to show you guys. Atwater Village. Oh God, man. Ooh. But see, these are all in areas, like I told you. These are areas that are just
right prone to.
Did she? No, she did not.
Out of the flood thing.
Oh my God, pendeja.
Oh,
I don't even think that's LA. This one. Here we go. This is the last one I'll show you guys. Okay, do I know where this is at? I think I know where this is at. LA River reaching new heights tonight in the back of Radford Studios. Stay safe out there. Yes, I knew that was Radford Studios. Okay. Radford Studios is CBS for the most part. So you see that big building there to the left of the screen, right? That's the studios. Now, if you were to look more to the left and look up the hill,
right,
you're going to see Universal Studios and Universal Tours. This is a huge canal. This is not playing, guys. So yeah, we're good. I mean, I could take the camera right now out to the backyard and show you that the back part of our of our backyard is flooded. But it
Oh,
does that
wow.
every time. It does that every time.
Yeah.
It was really bad
Yeah.
last night, but it does that every time, which is why every time we see rainstorms coming, we pack everything up. We don't mess around with that.
Right.
So yeah. Okay.
That's crazy.
All right. What did you mark? Why is no one fishing?
Just some folks that said, no one's fishing. That's the fish got to be fast,
Listen, they probably are fishing. You just don't know, right? We didn't see that video.
We didn't see that video.
Admiral Teague, has anyone seen Terminator 2, Judgment Day?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because it comes
that's
off
exactly
that
right.
overpass. Right. Yeah.
That is Ellie Riv. That is where they filmed, where it was a mixture of in the valley and then closer to the Marina Del Rey. But yes, the same system. So where T2 and the truck, or and Arnold Schwarzenegger was chasing the motorcycle, that thing is like probably 10 feet high at this point.
Wow.
Yeah. Do they have a system to collect some of the water for when the drought comes? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
They have reservoirs. And if I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the Southern California area, Southern California hasn't been in a drought because of last year's reservoir. So this is actually good for us. Yikes, we're just dealing with power outages up in the San Francisco Bay due to winds, officially 24 hours now. What? How are you on here if you have no power? And are you sucking the generator for your family's usage? Julissa, see, that's dedication.
Sucking the fumes, risking killing your family to watch the show.
Yeah. I don't know. Give me a nod here, Struggles, if you want to come and join us, if you're ready. Give me a thumbs up or whatever. Okay.
She gave a thumbs up.
Yeah. Let me see. I got. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Come on in. Everyone, Struggle Reviews. Tyra is here. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, Polly. Hi, Fletcher. How you guys doing?
Well, we're going through the light fun stuff, like, flooding, torrential rains.
That's the light fun stuff.
I know. Well, we're going to get into some stuff. So, I'm just trying to like ease people in, but what's new? What's new with you?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am working on my Patreon, and that is like my main focus at the moment.
Get that link to Fletcher in the private chat. But, I went to Vegas this past weekend, and I was able to get some video here. And so this is brand new video. I'm trying to. So help me out here. I have video, but it's in. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. My God. Do I? Good Lord. All right. Thank you, Mexican Iron Man, for sending me all this video. Granted, this is me not drinking.
In the video or right now?
Like, I just don't drink anymore, right? So, like, imagine me, Mr. Mexican, drinking. Just be a little more free. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Here we go.
It looks like fun. What did you eat?
Hey, baby, there you go. This is your song, Struggles.
Hey, baby,
¿qué pasó? Let's start bringing the races together. What do black people think of mariachi music? Come on, be honest.
I love it. Like, it's a good time. It just makes me personally, like, I can't speak for all black people, but it makes me
wait, hold on. You don't speak for all black people?
I do not speak for all black people, Polly.
What? Why are you on this channel? That was played. Oh, no sound. Hello, all.
Oh, for the video, yeah, it was a little sound, and then it's no sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fletcher, can you hear it or no?
Well, right now I don't. Do you play it? Once you play it again?
It's on pause. Okay, let's play it.
Okay.
Here we go. Well, apparently, this shocking news just in: struggles does not represent all Black people.
I do not.
What? Fake news. Still can't.
How's
hear
this?
It. Nope.
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 No.
No.
It's just probably coming through your headphones.
It is coming through my headphones.
Yeah.
So how do I? This is really disappointing.
You can sing it.
Hey, babe, stop sharing.
There you go.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to spend a half hour trying to find volume of me making a fool of myself singing. But you're saying we have at least one Black person, a Black woman.
Yes.
And maybe this gentleman who happens to be African American that likes mariachi music. We're bringing the races together. Oh, and point of clarification. Fletcher Williams is what? Tell him you're Afro Latino.
Oh well, my mom's Black, but from South America. So my mom's from Brazil, so she's half Black, half Native. We don't know, which Native.
We don't know, but
But we know that we know a lot of getting down happen in that area. So there's.
I love. Well, yeah, I was just gonna say I love getting down. Like, woo! Speaking of getting down, King Nikki TV. She's got a great channel.
She's got a great channel.
She speaks for all Black people.
Yes. Yes.
Love Mexican culture, Colombia culture, Spanish culture in general. LOL. She's really bringing it.
Yeah.
She's really bringing it on her channel. I'm really we need to bring her on. We need to bring her on.
Yes, please.
Yes.
But we do have a quota, and you guys have filled it.
Oh wow.
What's up, dude? It's Dante.
What's happening, guys? Glad to make the quota.
You gotta make the quota. Yeah.
Always nice.
Yeah.
I will tell you guys right now, this is probably more people of color than any of the big channels I've ever had on their channels, including Film Threat.
Absolutely.
Anyways, how's it going, guys? How's it going, Dante? It's been a minute since you've been on.
You, Dante, after so long.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of months, but things are starting to finally settle back in, and I can kind of get back into my routine. But yeah, I wasn't going to miss this, man. When Fletch gave me the invite, I was like, oh yeah, on this topic, I'm in.
Well, I mean, you and Lorena Creo really started it, and we couldn't get her here, which I was, it would have been a blast. But we're gonna get to that main topic, but we have a couple fun ones. Is that cool? Have you guys along with us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, what's next, Fletcher? What's next? I think it's Jenna XXX, right?
All right. So next we got our news topic. So what we're gonna cover is Jenna Ortega Too Sexy for Film.
Okay, news item. Too Sexy for Film, Miller's Girl movie is out, and this is not the sweet, wholesome Jenna Ortega, guys. Prime? Yes. When you think of Jenna Ortega, what do you think? Struggles.
Wednesday Addams. Right now.
Right.
So of course, if I'm doing that, then I'm associating her with being a teenager and young.
Yeah.
And she's not, though. She's an adult.
And we lost Fletcher. How about yourself, Dante?
Yeah, same. Wednesday, the Scream movies, obviously. Yeah, I just equate her with being, and here's the thing, she's an actress, right? I don't think it should be that big of a surprise that an actress wants to do different things and play different roles. Yeah. I think the problem comes when, you consistently played a teenager. And now and now we have to see you do some raw dog things, you know. So
What was that? What was that movie that I was like, oh, she's not a teenager? What was it? With the old people, X. It was the porno type situation.
Yeah,
very risque there.
In fact, I equated to that season of Game of Thrones when Arya, had sex, and everyone was just like cringing because it's like she's been a little girl as long as we've known her, and now we're watching her, lose her virginity. It was kind of jarring,
Well, I can't think of a better segue and to show this. Now, this footage I'm going to tell you guys right now. This is from someone recording these clips from a theater in the movie theater.
So it's a bootleg.
But this lit up Twitter, yesterday, and I was like, oh, she's all grown up and doing racy, trashy shit. Okay, guys.
Actually, technically, how old is she? Just so that we know.
21, 22.
Okay, so she's still really young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's not like 90210 where, they were all in their 40s playing teenagers. Like she's actually a young girl. Yeah.
Yeah. She's 21 years. She celebrated that last September. So, yeah. There you have it. So the setup of this movie is that she is a protege of Martin Freeman's character. He's an ex-famous novelist, now university teacher, and she's got a knack for the words, for the written word, and they have a bond, and then it turns into something else. But
so we have to watch her with this older man.
Yeah, this is the guy that played the Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Okay.
It's listen. What I'm showing you is light R. It's not heavy R. There's no nudity. No titties hanging out. Would not do that.
There's no guys. Titties? Why would you bring your Polly if there was no titties?
Hey, we want some tetas. Oh my God! Don't get me started, Struggle. Getting really get us in trouble. Okay, let's bring it in. Oh, whatever. Here we go.
I'm sorry to disappoint
you. Cigarette drops.
Dramatic.
Spider walks.
Alice opened her mouth to say something, but the words fell away. Mr. Murphy loomed over her, his Cadillac eyes hungry and bored.
I want you to read to me.
Alice watched in slow motion as Mr. Murphy.
I want you to read to me.
Also, kind of weird to watch Martin Freeman play this role as well. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, this movie got panned. It got panned. I don't think it's going to be around much longer in the theater. Yeah. Really? King Nicky. Well, why? Is there
not sexy? What is the name of this movie?
Miller's Girl. He's Mr. Miller.
I haven't heard a thing about it.
Really? We reacted to the trailer last month, but apparently it's a pile of poo. So we're gonna have to wait for it till it's streaming somewhere. Okay, here we go.
His tongue undulated when he spoke.
Read it to me the way you read it to yourself.
Jesus.
Pink tied against the bone shore of his teeth. Alice took the tattered Henry Miller paperback off the bedside table and spread it open on the comforter of her bed. Page 13, he said.
Hey, this is happening, huh?
One hand slid up the front of her cotton dress.
Don't worry, this is it. This is the racist.
The other pointing to a sentence on the page.
Of this scene. Here. Okay. Panel. Hot news item. Jenna Ortega. Now, this is one. The next one is even more salacious. People are freaking out. Her fans are freaking out, Dante. What's going on?
She's not a child.
Well, that and, I hate to sound like one of but it is problematic in the way things are today, right? You have this older white man, who is seducing this, very, very young Latina. I can see people.
Hold on.
Okay.
Technically, they're both. She's a Southern gal, Cairo Sweet or something like that. Really bad fantasy. This is basically like an erotic novel come true. But no, she's not playing a Latina.
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Feels like some cringy Lolita stuff. Like I'm just, and I know like every teen getting into adulthood, especially young actresses, they have to have that one role to break out, be like, oh, I'm not a kid anymore. But just overall, this was just cringy. It could have been anybody. It's just really
Shades of Wednesday.
50 Shades of Wednesday. It's just really, really cringy, and I'm not.
Well,
it wasn't.
no.
Yeah, it wasn't sexy.
It wasn't. Now, you ready for the next scene, guys? Are you ready for the next one, guys?
Yeah, it was more creepy than sexy, but
it was pretty creepy, guys. It was pretty creepy. Here we go.
Ready?
Full French. Full French, guys.
Really,
Jenna
Holly?
Ortega.
You were getting your life.
Wednesday Addams grew up.
I don't know. This doesn't do anything special for me. Like this is, I don't know. I'm like way beyond. I think we're way beyond. These like, oh my god, this is so risky. Like I don't know why her fans are in an uproar. This is regular stuff now for like, oh, I'm just trying to break out. I'm not a keen. I'm kissing this girl on girl, and I'm laid up with this older bachelor. I don't know. Like it's just not anything impressive to me. Like it's fine to me.
Okay,
it's cringy.
If they're doing it for shock value, I think they've missed the mark. It was shocking, back in the day, during like what was that movie, Cruel Intentions, when Sarah Michelle Gellar was kissing what's her name? I mean that was controversial because it was it was like the mid 90s or late 90s. Mm-hmm. This stuff now is commonplace, man. You see this on Riverdale every week,
right?
Yes, Riverdale, exactly.
I have to say, I think it's interesting that Chris Gore is in the chat from Film Tip because this character kind of looks like Chris Gore. There's just I'm kind of creeped out right now. Just saying, man. Just saying, but nice to have you here.
Yeah. Was this supposed to be risky, like pushing boundaries? What is the uproar for? Because people see her as a child star?
I think they see her still as, like an inocente, like this is probably the most risque, but to me, her role in X was.
She did X before this. I'm not understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was done great. This is just bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, exactly, King. I have no problems with what she's doing in the movie, but they're just not good scenes.
But the thing is, X was before Wednesday, I believe. So, people had they got used to seeing her as a schoolgirl.
Well, not everyone saw X either.
True.
Everyone's seen Wednesday.
Right.
Everyone's seen Wednesday. It could be. I think it was it could be. I think the story behind the script is that it's been around for a while and people are wanting to do it. And here you go.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. Like, and not changing the subject too much, but it's just there's always these movies or these scripts that float around Hollywood for years that several people have tried to touch and couldn't break it. And what's funny is usually when they finally make this movie, it's never as good. It's like years wasted for this script that wasn't even that good.
Yeah, I'm like Nikki. I'm more interested. I want to know why the spider's there. That's the only thing piqued my interest. What is the spider there?
Right.
That's kind of weird. But obviously, there's probably a spider motif in the film, right? Like, there's a lot of shots of her walking in the forest to school. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's hard not to see her as a child. Jaleesa says.
I don't see a child ever since X. I was like, oh, and not even. I think I saw something. I think it's called The Babysitter or something like that. Like she's had adult-esque roles and little risque
Right.
things before Wednesday. So I saw Wednesday after all those things. So maybe it didn't affect me as much.
But also, we've seen like every single Disney baby, Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus, all of these girls come out of these young roles wanting to present a new image. They want to be sexier, they want to be edgier, they want to be. So this is really nothing new.
Not at all. But the bow, the little Lolita look of her in the scene is not helping. She looks like a child automatically, like by default, with the bow in the hair. But yeah.
Jenna's scenes in X were pretty clean. They were the cleanest. I mean, she did keep her, I believe, in the scene in what we saw. She kept her bra.
I mean, compared to the other actresses,
I was about to say, I was so dirtied up by that. I was like, oh god.
That was a great character. She had the best character. I kind of was bummed out that they killed her.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna make it.
Spoilers, man.
Oh,
I mean, but I do want to say, Jenna at least swings. I mean, creatively.
Really, from the scene you showed us, she swings. We got it, Polly.
No, she's taking risks with her career, and X, and most of them are working. That's not work. This movie's not working, which is why it's like coming and going. But there was a movie called Finest Kind that I taught you about struggles. That was my favorite movie last year. She was great in it, and there was a love scene in there. Yeah, fantastic. So,
and you do have to appreciate an actor who's willing to take a swing, man. I look at for me, a great example of that is Kristen Stewart, right? Like she could have been typecast. She could have played that girl in every movie, but man, she's taking some crazy roles, and honestly, I think it paid off for her. And I think Jenna might be in the same category.
That's a great correlation, because she was interviewed the other day. Kristen Stewart, I believe she's promoting one of her newer independent films at Sundance, right? And they asked her about Charlie's Angels, and she's about the language, and she straight up said, "I hated that movie. I hated doing that film. That was a great soundbite." You're so right. Kristen Stewart is an actor. Like, she really takes her craft seriously, and I think that's where Jenna's headed towards. What do you think, Struggles?
All of them, Kristen, all the little Twilight people, except for the wolf one, Taylor. He didn't really. He tried, but her I don't really pay too much attention. I'm sorry. I'm a Robert Pattinson, because every time he's in something, I'm like, oh my god, I wonder what he's going to be doing now. Like, he's gone above and beyond to stress himself beyond. What was it? I don't know. I don't know if was he Jacob? I don't know. Whatever he was. Whoever he was in Twilight, like I don't even think Edward. That's what it was. It was Edward. I don't even think about any of that now when I see him. After I think
Did she freeze?
I think she froze up a little bit.
Okay. Pop out, pop in, pop out, and pop back in, my friend. What do you got? What do you got for us, Dante?
Yeah, no, I look. Will I watch this movie? Probably not. I mean, if it comes on stream and it's late at night and my edibles kick in, I might watch it. But it's not something that, and it's not because of the material. I just think that from what I read of the script or know of the script, it doesn't sound like it's going to be very good. So
it looked horrible, man. The trailer made it look kind of interesting, but these two scenes were just god awful. Okay, we have another news item, Dante, before we get some more heavier stuff.
Let's do it.
Xolo Mariduena wins Saturn Award. He won Best Younger Performance for Blue Beetle, and we saw this movie together.
Yeah.
And
I still stand by what I said. It wasn't that it was, to me, I didn't think it was a bad movie. I just thought it's a movie that will be forgotten. That's all. It was a good popcorn flick. But at the end of the day, it's not going to move the needle. But I like that actor. So for me, it was like he helped sell it,
Well, Xolo was on the red carpet at the Saturn Awards, and he once again confirmed that he will return as the Blue Beetle in the DCU.
Wow.
So here's
James Gunn's DCU, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Here's what he had to say, and then we'll get your thoughts. Because it's interesting you said that because he's really the best thing about that film. I know we'll see Blue Beetle again, whether it comes in the form of Blue Beetle 2 or it's really great to work alongside James Gunn, Peter Safran, who have graciously folded us into their new universe, even though it wasn't part of what they had came up with. It's an honor. Now, where Blue Beetle heads in the future, I do not know, but I can confidently say we will see him soon. Dante.
So I think number one, he's a very smart actor because he answered that in a way of he knows that the movie was a little divisive or that people, some didn't like it, but at the same time, he's not blaming people for not liking it. And I honestly
Which a lot of
nowadays
actors do nowadays.
if you could find an actor now who could just, at least pretend like they respect the fans, then you got to give them credit, man. And I'll be honest, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I even put Daisy Ridley in that category because lately she sounded like she understands why the fans were upset about the Star Wars sequels. You know what I mean? And I think that this actor, number one, he's charming. I think that he's likable. And like you said, he was the best thing about that film. The fact that he's part of James Gunn's universe. First of all, none of us even know what that's going to look like. Right? We don't even know what that's going to look like yet. But I wouldn't mind seeing him in some iteration of Blue Beetle in other projects. I don't think they'll do a Blue Beetle 2, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's going to be a Blue Beetle 2, but I think he'll probably be part of that universe in some way.
Okay. No, fair enough. Tyra, I don't think you were a fan of Blue Beetle. Yeah.
I mean, it was cool. I just thought it was it was pretty much a mixture to me of things I've seen before. So I didn't get, really impressed like I wanted. I wanted to just be something fresh because this was something so new and original to me. And I don't want to thinking about something like Iron Man or, whatever we've seen already. But I like what he had to say because, like you guys said, it's a lot of blame, especially now in the whole Marvel universe of blame being thrown around as to why a movie wasn't received or didn't perform. It's just like, it is what it is. You'll see him again, and it was an honor to get, what we got and do what I did, and it's great. It's great to see somebody just take it on the chin, like it's just not that deep because enough blame is thrown around in Hollywood as to why something didn't perform, and normally it's the blame is on us.
And to be fair, a lot of times, especially with these movies, the MCU, Star Wars, it's rarely ever the actor's fault, man. Like they get a script, they act it out the way they're told to act it out. You know what I mean? The people who should be blamed are the ones behind the scenes, but unfortunately, those people aren't the ones in front of the camera. So the actors always take the brunt of the criticism.
Okay. I believe I have one more question about Xolo and to you guys, but Fletcher, you're saying that something in the chat is not working. What's going on?
Yeah, it seems like I was trying to do a super chat and it won't let me. So I don't know if YouTube is kind of messing with the super chat. So I put the tip on PayPal.
Yeah.
By the way, all creators get a bigger cut. So if you want to send us a tip on PayPal and write your question on stuff, we'll be more than grateful. I don't know what's going on with the YouTubes today, but yeah, tip on PayPal.
Yeah, thank you. Here on the Latino side of things, you can hit the PayPal, especially since for whatever reason the super chat is not working, which is good for us actually. We don't get a lot from super chats. So if you can hit I do not. So if you can hit the PayPal, we'll read your comments, but also too, if you have questions coming up, we'd love to check those out as well. And PayPal is the best way to support our little channel. Before we get back to you guys, I don't know how to say your name. Is that an L?
Aisha. It's Aisha.
That's an I. Aisha.
Yeah.
Aisha K. Blue. I couldn't see if it was an L or an I. That's why I was like, I paused. Blue Beetle was way better than Shazam 2, Dante.
That is a fact.
Yeah, that's not hard to beat.
Shazam 2 was probably the film I saw that year, man. I hated Shazam 2.
That's the thing. It wasn't a terrible movie. It just wasn't, original enough for me, but it wasn't a bad movie.
And our good friend
Shazam 2 and Black Adam are tied for me the worst superhero films I've ever seen.
Oh God, you didn't see the we saw the Marvels together.
I know, and I'm including the Marvels in that. The fact I think Black Adam and Shazam 2 are worse than the Marvels.
Okay, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not a superhero fan. I'm late to the party. Black Adam was the first DC movie I ever saw, but they follow the same formula. I know. I don't know what's up with Nikki there. Nikki, thanks for your comments, guys. PayPal is the great way for us to read your comments and your questions. We're gonna start getting into some heavy topics in a minute. You know, we're gonna try to bring all the races together. You know, F1,
just like the old Coca-Cola commercials,
right?
Like
NASCAR.
the world to sing.
I'm trying to remember Black Adam. Like, I didn't think Black Adam was that bad.
Can't even remember it. It was so bad.
No, I don't remember it being like the worst thing I've seen, because I've seen some really terrible superhero films, especially between Marvel and DC. I don't remember walking away like, oh, that was terrible. I didn't not like Marvels. Like, Marvels was terrible. I don't remember having that with Black Adam, but maybe I have to watch it again. I only watched it once.
I remember walking out of Black Adam thinking, I was concerned for The Rock's career after that. I was like, I was like, I don't know if The Rock is going to, be able to have the pull in Hollywood that he has or that he had before this movie.
So Dante, would you say you smelled what The Rock was cooking?
Oh yeah, and it was bad. And it was very bad.
All right, guys. I want to shake things up a little bit. And Fletcher, anything else in regards to super chats? Are they or are they not working?
I'm gonna keep trying on my end, and I'll keep you guys updated. But don't forget, tip on PayPal. The link is on the chat once again.
Thanks, brother. Producer Fletcher Williams on the case, on the trail there. We'll see you in a little while, Fletch. Okay, my lovely panel. I want to present this to you as we kind of dive into some of these topics, which I found was interesting. Why is it so big? Because let me see. So I'm going to read this to you guys. Love to get your thoughts, and then we'll get into the first of three topics. Republicans consolidate power by manufacturing enemies. Democrats consolidate power by manufacturing victims. Once you understand this about American politics, every policy or lack thereof will make sense. Now, this comes from Brandon Lore Maxwell. Well, he is the filmmaker, founder of American Homeboy and the Daily Chela, one of the best, I consider, free thinkers in Chicano, Latino, kind of a Latinidad hemisphere, whatever you call it, out there. And we're gonna read from another gentleman, but this one hit me this past week. I would love your thoughts there. Struggles?
I don't want to say.
You don't have to agree. I mean,
well, no, I really don't agree. Like, I don't. It's like two of lesser evils. I'm not really into the whole political thing, actually. So, like, all of them can really kick rocks. I don't think either one is better than the other. But yeah, once you understand this is about American politics, every policy or lack thereof will make sense. I can get with that part, but the first part, not all that much.
Okay, fair enough, Dante.
Well, you know me, man. I mean, hell, it says it on my Twitter profile. I'm politically homeless. I hate both parties equally. I could burn both to the ground and not
start over.
Yeah. I think with that said, it's not saying that I don't, what is it called? Black pilled. I'm not black pilled, but I guess I consider myself more of an anarchist patriot, if you will. No, and hear me out, because I believe in the fundamentals of this country. I believe in the values, right, of the country. But at the same time, I think those values have been twisted, right? And I know there
both sides twist them every day,
right? Both sides, right? Because they're two sides of the same coin. They're both benefiting from our stupidity. Both they are. Both parties
Or
benefit from our
ignorance.
stupidity.
Yeah, specifically the Democratic side.
And they benefit from our apathy. So for me personally, I think he's right in some ways. But I think it's kind of oversimplified in the way he's saying it.
Okay,
Nobody's
fair enough.
innocent.
Right.
Well, I was on a podcast this weekend, and there were several kind of curveballs that were thrown at me that I did not expect. Right, one was the question of illegal immigration, aliens. Like, I just don't want to talk about it, especially on my channel. This channel, especially, I'd rather have bring people in that kind of like experts in the field. I don't know what, I'll interview them, but even then I've been very hesitant because it's not my expertise. Then the second one was a little more interesting in regards to extinguishing slowly but surely Western literature written by white men, going back from Shakespeare, Magna Carta, to now changing words, I don't know what. And that I talked about, which led to a next discussion of white guilt. So I'd love to share with you guys this this article that was done about us from Carlos Quintana, who I consider another great voice happening in the independent Chicano thought world. Carlos Quintana, White Guilt, White Defensiveness, and the Birth of a Nation. All right, let me find it here. Recently, homie Pauly from Latino Slant went on the Salty Nerd podcast where he made an argument for gringos, men, and Western literature. This is just a snippet of the entire conversation, but I had a couple of thoughts about it. The conversation starts off with commentary from Pauly regarding cancel culture and the push by many wokosos, woke people, in this era who want to destroy Western culture, history, society, lit. With this, I can agree. It takes more energy to destroy than create. How do you feel about that, Dante?
I think that's wrong. I think it takes way more energy to create. It's easy to destroy.
I think. Wait, how did I read that? Because I agree with you. It takes more energy to destroy than create. Yeah, I don't think I said that. I think actually, Carlos, I was saying it's easier to destroy. It's lazy to destroy.
Yeah,
it takes more creative energy to create. That's why these modern activists, whatever they fall under, that's why they go for this destroy thing. But yeah, go on, Dante.
Yeah, no, I mean we're seeing it every day or every other day anyway when it comes to just projects that fandom that we love, right? We've seen it with Star Wars, we've seen it with the MCU. We've seen people who are not fans of this material that a lot of us grew up loving. They're not fans, so they can go in there and completely destroy everything that we've loved, for decades, right? Because they didn't have to create it. All they have to do was hijack it. It's harder to create something, from scratch to finish. It's harder to create, and they don't want to do that.
Okay. Struggle.
Ditto. Freaking ditto. Like, no, nice. Seriously, nobody's really creating anything. Actually, like it's pretty rare. I think the main things we see within, film, music, pop culture that we're just like, wow, it's when it's something original. And I feel like we don't have any originality anywhere. Nothing's really being created. So it's definitely much easier to destroy something than create it. And it's terrible to see. Like, I'm trying to think of the last thing that I've seen where I was like, wow, that is really creative. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And with everything coming down as far as, everything's attached to an IP or it's a sequel to something. So yeah, nothing's being created anymore, ever.
Great.
I was
No.
distracted by the birth of a nation. I was like, what? I was trying
Well,
to see what.
we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there, my friend. But when the conversation delves into something deeper, which has more to do with white guilt, white defensiveness, and the history of the West, or as some might say, the birth of a nation. Firstly, it's a powder keg conversation topic, and no one, no matter the context, is bound to be heated. It just comes with the territory. But hearing the white man get defensive about the blame laid upon his ancestors for the sins of his past and the society we live in now is just thinly veiled, deep-seated white guilt. Do you agree, Dante?
Okay, so I'm going to say this, and I really hope it's not taken out of context. But for me, honestly, man, I feel like white guilt it's cringier than racism, and I could deal with racists. I can, you know, I'm a fighter. I could deal with, you know, but the white guilt thing is just so cringe to me, man. It's like I don't need, you know, white people to speak out for black people, and I'm so tired of hearing it. Now, I'm not saying like, you know, you can't, you know, like sympathize or, you know, you don't want to contribute to the bad shit or bad stuff. I get that, right? But it gets to the point of cringe when white people are telling other white people how to act around black people. It's like, boy, guys, can we just stop this? You're not doing us any favors. We don't want you to do it. Just stop.
And there goes Bane.
Yes.
Struggles new baby. How's Bane doing besides you okay there?
He wants a friend right now. I think give me my space, man.
And Tyra, what your thoughts on this so far?
What the hell is white guilt? Like I'm who's like I've never understood white guilt. I feel like it's pandering. I always felt like it was fake. Like if you have to create it and call it white, then it's not a real thing. Like don't do me any favors. Get out of my damn face. I'm sorry.
I mean, right. I think we're gonna go on.
No, it wasn't going to be anything good. I was probably going to curse. Keep cutting me off. Keep going, Polly. Like, no.
Well, I'll probably upset you some more. You know, I think with Hollywood, and refers to white guilt, it's always the white liberal executive, showrunner, writer that creates a new show, and it's like, you know, let's have a DACA illegal alien be our leading lady heroine, and let's make her do this and that, and it's like, you know, why don't you just relinquish some of your creative power and just go hire if you're so hell-bent on that, right? If you want to do us that favor, you know, hire the writer director who happens to be, you know, an expert in that field, and let them go with it, you know. But what we're seeing is, like you're saying, is just getting these horrible Disney products, and I say Disney, it's just Hollywood in general, forgettable garbage. And what it does is, like, it's an awful Latino story. You maybe have ruined the career of this young person for a while because they're connected to the project.
Yep.
That gets canceled, and no one wants to hire them for you, and they're actually very talented. So you did us no favors. Yeah. That's, to me, that is a Hollywood white guilt example, Tyra.
And the whole thing about this for me is hilarious, man, because Hollywood tries to pretend that it's so progressive, man. And Hollywood is literally still the most racist industry in the world.
Right.
Hollywood is the most racist industry in the world still to this day. And they're acting like they're progressive and that they're inclusive, and no, they're not.
Well, we knew that. We knew that was coming down the pipeline when every single film, like in the past 5 years, has just been stamped with the word representation. I just threw them all on the ground.
Right, but it's fake representation.
Fake representation.
It's saving their ass, man. I pitched a script in Hollywood that they loved, and the only reason why they didn't buy it from me was because of the fact that I wouldn't change the lead character to a white guy, because the lead character was black. Everyone else in the script was white except for the lead, and that wasn't good enough. And this is 2008, so now Hollywood's going to pretend that they're, you know, inclusive and progressive. Hell no, they're still racist as hell. Except now they're pointing that towards white people, right? Because now it's they don't want white folks in their movies, or at least they don't want too many of them, right?
Well, they're villains now.
So
they're villains now.
It's just a goofy ideology. And I think that I think Hollywood, even though they're trying to pretend that they're, opening all these doors, they're really not. If you really think about it, if you really look into it, you'll see that nothing they're doing is working.
It would be better if these projects actually performed. They don't perform, so then the next excuse is going to be, well, we tried the representation thing, and nobody wants to see that. Nobody cares. So now we're going to go back to what we were doing. Like, you've been wanting to go back and do that anyway.
That's exactly what they're doing.
They're going to you guys,
and they're going to do the same with genre movies. Superhero films, sci-fi. They're going to say, "Oh, people are over that." You can tell by the numbers that they don't want to see it anymore. It's like, no, we wanted to see it. You just were putting out bullshit, one after the other, and now you're blaming the fandom for your failure.
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna throw you a little curveball, and we're gonna get back to the story. Do you think Hollywood has done a fair job of presenting the black male as a full-rounded, heroic role model? That's the reality of black men and their families.
Not at all. The black man in Hollywood has either been the thug or the buffoon, right?
Never.
Like for the most part, here and there, of course you got your Denzels and your Morgan Freemans and guys like that, but they were few. They were few and far between. Now, I'm not saying that they weren't great actors, great black actors. They just weren't using them, and they weren't writing scripts for those actors. Yeah. So we were either the Wayans brothers buffoons, or we were thugs.
Tara,
I don't have any.
Ditto.
It is. It's the same thing. Like it's you get typecast. You've seen. I can't think of how many movies I've watched where I've seen black men play the exact same character the exact same way every single time. If they did. Oh God!
Say that again.
Yeah. If we
what'd you say?
I said Morris Chestnut, man. You've been playing the same role since '92. I'm sorry, bro.
If we did get anything upstanding, any growth within it's an indie out there project, something a lower budget film, or it's a foreign film. It's never anything that's on the main stage. It has to be
never because of Hollywood did it intentionally. It's always
it has to be an indie project, or it has to be something where the black person took it up on themselves to write their own character, pay for their own movie, and do everything just so they can be put in that particular role. But no, it hasn't been something where like, oh, they were outstanding in portraying black men in that light. Like, what movie?
No. And now in current day, instead of the buffoon or the thug, now the black guy has to be gay or he's problematic.
Okay.
If he's not gay, he's problematic. So
all right, yeah, let's go back a little bit with this article a little bit. In what Sarlos was saying. No matter how you slice it, the West was created through theft, genocide, rape, slavery, and centuries of institutional generational racism. What's that?
How could you forget about the slave? Don't forget about the slave, Rose.
Didn't I say slavery?
Oh God, yeah.
No. I think when you said thugs or
that's
you can be a slave. You can be a slave.
I think subconsciously I blocked slave out of my mind because I hate those movies so much that I just
right. There's no getting around the fact that the reverberations from all of those things are still felt today by the same populations, no matter how much white people try to distance themselves from them or from history. It's not my fault. I wasn't even alive is an ages-old excuse as to why a light should not be shown on the atrocities of the past and also upon those who benefited, no matter how many generations removed. What do you think?
I'm still on. It's not my fault. I wasn't even alive. That's such a that's a good one. Like it's regardless
you hear a lot.
Yeah, what all this is saying, like it's the proof is in the pudding. Like, we repeatedly see the same things over and over and over again. It's rare that we get any real representation, real diversity for Black women or black men as actors. Like you said, and I hate you said Morris Chestnut. That is stuck in my mind. I'm notating every single role I've seen. A Morris Chestnut or Taye Diggs or anybody who wasn't your Will Smith or your Denzel, even though they are typecast to play the same type of characters, and it's just really, really unfortunate. And then it's later down the line where we should now still be discovering, act like, oh my god, I didn't know they had that type of range. This is incredible. This is that. And it's like, they weren't giving the roles to display any of that ever. Yeah. So
and it was even worse for Black women, because Black women really only had one role. The angry Black woman.
This role right here. This one.
That's it. The neck rolling angry Black woman. That's all they had.
This role right here.
That's all.
Lady.
Well, why do you think? Whether they're our friends or in conversation or listen to channels. Why do you think they get so defensive?
Who's defensive? Which one?
White guilt. Why this thing here? It's not my fault. I wasn't there. Why the defense?
Because that's the real guilty part. Like, it's the pretend guilt is the white guilt. The defensive part is the real guilt. It's just a mechanism to pretend like they can't do anything about it, or it's always above a pay grade. And it's like your problem isn't with me, it's with the other person. Like, the problem is a little bit of everyone. But yeah, the defense is just to pander to, I don't have any control. It's not me, it's you. It's like, no, it's just to mask the true feelings of, we don't want to do that because we don't care to. We don't want to. We don't want, if they wanted to portray these things, put Black men and women in these roles, they would just do it. They don't want to. But instead of saying, I don't want to, they rather go, it's not me, it's you, or it's this person and that person, and place the blame elsewhere, act like they haven't seen any of these actors, or they don't feel like they're capable, or they're waiting for the next up and coming. Like, no, many actors have came down the pipeline who were capable of more. They weren't given the script, given the role, given the opportunity. It was given to somebody else who was white.
Yeah. And also, look, you're going to have two kinds of people, right? Yeah. You have the people who, they blame racism too much. And you have people who believe that racism doesn't exist anymore. Right? And there are two extremes, but unfortunately, these two extremes are the loudest. And these are the people who speak the most, right? Because you have people who honestly, if you were to ask them, racism ended when Obama got elected, right? Which
I did. I thought no.
I
didn't get the memo. Wait a minute.
But then you have people who
hold on. Wait a minute. That's right.
But then you have people who, they blame everything on racism, and it's like,
I ain't get that because the man got his foot on my neck. Like, no, it's not every time.
Oh, that's why you're failing, man. So
wait, hold on, Dante, and again, and go.
No, because you gotta put your hands up here. The man got his foot on my neck. That's why I ain't get that role. Like, they're trying to keep a black man. A lot of things are, relegated and thrown under the bus as they're trying to keep a Black man down. Like, a lot of the times they are trying to keep a Black man down, but not every single scenario,
Oh God. Drink water when you did that. That's my bad. Okay, let me bring this back up. Because I'm angry brown guy, right? I'm angry brown guy when I hear white fragility saying, we're the victims. We're always the bad guy in the films. We're always the bad guy now. We're always. Well, Polly says, "Oh man, yeah, that's messed up. I don't like people putting down other men. That's not right." Angry brown guy says, "Join the fucking club." Latinos have been villains in film for 100 fucking years.
Yeah.
Give me your watch, man.
What are you talking about, eh? What are you talking about? Hey, gringo, give me some fucking food, man. Give me your tires, man. Give me your shoes. Tell me you have not heard some of those lines.
But no, I'm laughing because like recently, and I hadn't seen it in so long. I just watched Hollywood Shuffle like a couple of days ago, so it made me think about
that movie. Love that movie.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So
That's
good.
got a flow. It's got. Oh, she froze. Okay. It's got a flow off the tip.
So ahead of his time.
Yes. Hey, you jive turkey ass motherfucker.
Hey,
Black
can
acting
you
school.
be a little bit more black?
Yes, a little black.
Murphy-esque, Morphonic,
Yeah.
Murphy-esque.
Or it was the opposite, because in the 90s when I was auditioning, there would be casting calls for Latino projects like Walk in the Clouds, Keanu Reeves, Anthony Quinn, and they were looking for European-looking Mexicans. Just say white people. Just say white people. I don't need to audition. Because you're not gonna consider. I mean,
by the way, that's really specific, man.
That's real, right? And they're playing a Mexican family in California. I mean, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the F out of here. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, I think we covered that. That's Sarlos Cantana, great article, my brother. Thank you so much. We have a new poll going on in the chat. Let's see. Let's bring in Fletcher. Fletcher, speaking of bringing the races together, Fletcher Williams, what's going on?
Yes.
I'm
Bringing
just-
all the races together the right way through
The white? Did you say the white way?
the right way.
Yeah,
the
you're the
right
wrong.
way is the right way, by the way, first, and then it's commingling by all being intermarried, and you get this fine specimen of a human. It's me. That's right.
Oh my God, you really went there. Jesus, Fletcher. I love it. Yes, yes. Well, Fletcher's black, Latino, Brazilian.
Everything.
Gumbo. Yes.
What's happening in the chat? I should have just asked you that.
Well, just ask that then.
Okay, let's read some super chats, right? We do have a couple.
Yes, we do have a couple.
King Nikki TV for $5. Thank you so much. I think people who lack creativity or passion underestimate what it takes to create. Create is from nothing. Create with limited resources. Tyra?
Ditto. Yeah, it's thank
See,
you,
I
Nikki,
think
for
right
this.
now you're taking advantage of beautiful female privilege. Ditto. Ditto. Ditto.
I mean, that was such a great response. Like, how am I supposed to add to that?
Because I expect some, like, just giving you a hard time. Giving you a hard time, my friend.
Well, nobody's passionate anymore in Hollywood. Like these questions answer themselves. These statements, like it's the proof is in the pudding. Like every single lackluster project they present every millisecond just shows us that there's a lack of creativity and a lack of passion with every single movie well, some of y'all waste money to go see. I don't spend my money. I wait for it till
But that's
drop
also
into my lap.
because creativity has been hijacked by politics.
There you go. And then when you go back to those things of those and those politics are either creatively, you got to make them the victim or the enemy, or the enemy, right? Like what that quote was saying is like Latinos can only they can't be enemies anymore. They can't be villains, but they're going to be victims. Let's take care of the illegal heart of gold illegal hooker from Oaxaca, Mexico.
But it's also, like I said, where it's racism in a different way now, because if you watched anything recently from Film Thread, Chris Gore, Alan Ng, they've been covering a lot of this stuff. But now you can't just write a great script, right? Now you have to think about who racially can play every single character, right? You can't just write a good story and hope they cast great actors, right? No matter who the actor is. Now the quotas have to be filled, right? That you have to have at least one Asian, one black, one gay, one trans, one. I mean, it's like you have to go down this laundry list of what you have to have just to have a consideration to have your movie made.
An audience, he's not wrong, because I wrote my novella, and shocker, all my characters are black. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I write what I want to write. And yes, they are like Afro-Latino, they're black, they're this and that, they're heroes, they're this and that. That's just what I did whatever my research is, it's my writing process. But I created it, right? Without, like you said.
Paulie, we're never gonna get that made into a movie. You're supposed to diversify that book and those characters.
Shoot.
How are we gonna get them to buy the property and the rights to that book and get us on the big screen with you, right, everybody?
We really love your. We really love your
three
novella.
trans characters, and that movie will get made.
No, we didn't even talk about sex in the book novella. Yeah, shocker! It's about relationship.
No, it can't be just trans now. You have to put I see the non-binary. That's getting in there too. Everybody has to. You have to check off those boxes.
Let's put the link to my book. People want to get it. It is really good. I'll promote it later. Okay, Ken for $4.99. Thank you guys for super chats. They really, really are a big deal.
Yes, thank you.
The first Black Panther was excellent.
Of course.
The second one was embarrassingly bad. No black men in it.
None.
Yeah, and we talked about that before, where there was just a male presence missing from the second movie that really, to me, hurt it and killed it, man. I think. Look, I get it, man. With Chadwick not being there, it was going to be 50-50 whether it succeeded or not, because that was a big loss. The thing is, though, they knew people would go see it because of the fact they wanted to see how they handled Chadwick Boseman's death in the film.
Pandering death scene.
So they had a built-in audience ready to go, but that story was awful, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but that's the thing. They didn't focus on those black men anymore. It was about, like you said, what did you say about the Latino? Like you have to be victims now. Where it's with us, especially with black women, you're diminishing the men, and it's like, I'm a strong black female character. I don't need no man. I can save myself. Like that's the thing that they keep presenting out. Like you can't be a damsel anymore. Everybody can't be on an equal ground. It just has to be, the women, black women, white women, women in general, and then the men are just, get back on. Like you guys had your time, little 80s, 90s, 2000. Like it's all about us right now. But like, yeah, then we're writing.
I heard more complaints from black women about Black Panther 2 because of the
lack of in
the film.
It was terrible.
Women want to see the men.
Well, and here's the other thing:
Imagine that.
Most of Black Panther's original audience, over half of them didn't come back to see. They didn't even go and see it.
Wow. Yeah.
It made its money because of the inflation hike, and then it being in the theater so long. But yeah, that is Wakanda Forever is an excellent example of what you guys are saying. Either the buffoon, how did you turn God, what was the character that fought in the first one to be the Black Panther, but he lost? He's from the mountain.
Killmonger?
No.
M'Baku.
Oh my God. An incredible character, part one. He was a great actor, comedic joke in Wakanda.
Yeah.
Right. And then we've talked about this, right? We've talked about the Latino portrayal, or excuse me, indigenous portrayal, mamadas, in Wakanda. That first shot in Wakanda is a shot of a Latino coming out of the water with a wet back. Thank you, Coogler. Thank you.
Wait,
you know what? Hold on. This is for Coogler's Latinx portrayal in Wakanda Forever. Toma.
No, I was gonna say, and it's just weird because we know Ryan Coogler's a better director than that.
Yeah,
like we know that we've seen his work. He's better. Seen him.
Yep. Okay, Mike has bad knees. Been a member for 8 months with the membership chat. Thank you so much. Are we bringing the races together? I was here for the start of the race war. Next time, maybe. Yeah. We're gonna start riot. We're gonna riot up in here. And Fletcher Williams for $1.99 super sticker. Thank you, my dude.
Oh yeah, it works. It works now.
And the lovely Nikki TV for $5. Unpopular opinion: they should have recast T'Challa.
That's not unpopular. I think a lot of people agree that T'Challa should have been recast.
Yeah, makes no sense.
No, like you can't take a prominent male black character, like especially the biggest one, and just kill him off. Right? They should have recast the character.
Absolutely, 100%. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next topic, and we're just gonna turn up the Latino and black heat up in here. Jesus. Thank you so much to all our members, to all the people that have super chatted. Let's play a couple videos for you, and we'll be right back. Polly back here on the Latino Slant. I want to thank all the people coming out and hanging with us. We really, believe it or not, we're like halfway with our show as far as a couple more big topics. I want to thank the audience at Struggle Reviews. I would love for you guys to make sure you are subscribing to her channel, to Verbal Riot's channel, and to the Latino Slant. I believe, hands down, 100%, no other channel gives you what we give you on the daily, on the weekly interviews with writer, directors, and actors, with an incredible panel such as this. This is the breadth of work that we cover, and our .com as well, thelatinoslant.com is there for free for you guys. New articles weekly. We just put up a new review, a retro review of a great horror film. So make sure that you are checking everything out. Let's bring back our wonderful people here. Producer Fletcher Williams, how's it going there in the chat?
Awesome. We're doing great. Everybody's chilling like a villain.
Yeah. You got it. And Verbal Ride, Dante, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man.
Nice, man. Thanks for
Glad
being
to be here. It's been a while since I've been on screen, so
yeah, it's been a minute. So we're happy you're here. And she's not there, but she's there.
She's come. She's just doing some
Struggle Reviews TV. I want to thank all the people who have also done those super chats. Thank you so much. Checking the PayPal. Nothing yet. Can always PayPal. Okay, what do we got coming up next, Mr. Fletcher?
All right. So what we got now is an opinion on banned books.
Yeah. I wanted to hit this, guys, with you because I think it falls in line with kind of whether you're on the loony left or the loony right. Is both extremes have been banning stuff, whether it's in schools or not, statewide law. Why do we love to ban books? What is going on? This book called Me Ultima has been out since the 70s, has been literally burned or banned since the 70s, and it keeps every 10 years.
When we say ban from what though?
Right, it's different iterations, right? This particular one has run the gamut of from libraries to legislation, it being on a list in Oklahoma, in different states, to in 2010 banned from it being read in schools in Arizona. So why is it though that these conservative school districts or legislatures or political leaders, why do they go overboard with banning? And I want to bring this
for me personally, I'm a believer.
Let me hear your initial thoughts.
Yeah, I look. I don't think any book should be banned. First and foremost, I don't think any kind of art should be banned at all, right? But I do believe in age restrictions, right? Like I've seen some of the stuff that they're pushing in elementary schools, right? Like some of these books, right, where they're showing graphic gay sexual content, right, in elementary schools. That should be banned because those kids are not old enough. If those kids can't walk into a bookstore and buy a Playboy, they should not have those books in their classrooms, right? So, but now those books should exist, and you should be able to, attain those books elsewhere, a bookstore, a public library. But in schools, I think that's where banning for me is like, well, yeah, considering the age range, this should not be taught in grade school.
Tyra, you have any thoughts right now?
No, I was running. What I miss?
Don't worry about it. I want to bring this up. This is from Pen America, the Freedom to Write. Conservative commentator Bill O'Reilly hits the roof over his books being banned in Florida.
Why? Why are these books being banned? Are they considered what are they about? I guess
right.
Politics? It is being banned?
Yeah. O'Reilly has co-authored a dozen books in the Killing series of popular biographies of historical figures like Abraham Lincoln and Ronald Reagan. He is now reportedly furious that 2 of these titles were removed by Escambia County Schools in December. He says he wants Governor DeSantis to change the law that drove bans on those books. Riley also said he once supported the onslaught of school book bans, saying Florida and, by interference, other states needed to act to protect children from a far-left agenda. Now he views the bans in a different light, arguing that Florida lawmakers wrote a law whose wording is too vague and needs to be rewritten. Dante?
See, yeah, and this is what... Okay, worst case scenario, right? You have a book that is supposed to be factual, but it's full of lies, full of misrepresentation, the whole deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think criticism of that book is completely valid, right? Whether someone wants to buy that book or not should be up to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it should be banned. I think it could be criticized, like heavily, but I don't believe in banning. I only believe in it when it comes to children who should not be reading certain material. Other than that, a grown ass person should be able to read, watch, listen to whatever they want. Whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it may not be my cup of tea, but if you're a grown person, you do you.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be able to get any form of book, movie, music that you want.
Mm-hmm. So wait, this isn't just about children. This is just about banning them overall. For public purchase. This isn't just about banning.
I think in this case, it's a certain school district in Florida that took the law and kind of just took it to the full extent to where they are now have banned more than 1,600 books in school districts due to fears that violate Florida's new law, HB 1069, which has been interpreted to prohibit any materials with sexual conduct. Any materials with sexual content. That's really vague.
Really? We're going back to like the ancient times now? Like, I feel like we're reversing.
But again, for what age group though?
Well, PEN America says century-old free expression and writers organization has been at the forefront of documenting this censorship, which has not been seen since the Red Scare of the 1950s. It reports that titles like Anne Frank's Diary of a Young Girl, Adventures and Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, and Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile, along with 5 dictionaries, 8 different encyclopedias, the Guinness Book of World Records, Ripley's Believe It or Not, are all on this list.
Oh, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Well, and here's what I said right here in my post right here. The right always fails horribly when it comes to comprehending cultural nuances.
Yes. Right.
Meaning that in regards to Bless Me Ultima, which deals with curandismo, medicine women, healing with herbs in ancient Mesoamerica has been around long before Christianity. They just blended it in with Catholicism over the last 500 years. It's in the book. It's amazing. It's wonderful. Well, that's not our Christian God. Boom, you're out. That has been one of the big sticking points with this book. That is why I believe the right has always failed with these cultural nuances, because they assume that all Latino families are this conservative, and we're heavily Catholic and this and that. It's like yes and no. What are your thoughts?
Is this just happening in Florida, or is this?
I'm using this example. This is a Florida example,
but this is happening everywhere.
I see it happening in several different school boards and people protesting against liberal school boards.
I'm just not understanding what brought on like such a big heavy hand on censorship with everything that kids of all ages have heavily have access to. Like why now? Like why this just seems so backwards and just not reproductive at all. But why?
Dante, I think you were pertaining to it in regards to swinging too far left with the literature.
Yeah, so for me, and I think you're right, Paulie. I think if conservatives continue to act this way, they're going to continue to lose the culture war. Like they'll never ever win the culture war because they don't understand nuance, right? They go to an extreme very very quickly. And as many crazy leftists as there are, there's just as many crazy far right? And again, if you're not balanced, or in another way of saying it is, if you don't have nuance, then you do stupid shit like this, like ban classic books from schools or libraries.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I
nothing
think
in
I think
particular
there was a
happened.
I think there was a clapback from parents and parents groups when they found out what was being taught to their kids were of a sexual nature, than of a not just a straight sexual nature. So I think that started it. Am I right or wrong, Dante?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I think what started this clapback and going and swinging too far to the right with this type of censorship was that parents were discovering what was being taught to their kids in their schools were of a sexual nature, way too risque, and then often out of a straight sexual nature. We're like, let kids be kids, so to speak. That kind of, am I right or wrong? That kind of.
I think you might be wrong on that, because I think the
Okay.
book banning has been around forever. You know,
Yeah, but this current,
These books though, like
yeah,
this
I
current
mean,
thing. 'Cause this
I mean,
is
look, it's been a
this
while
seems
since I read.
overboard.
It's been
Okay,
a while
but
since I read the Diary of Anne Frank, but I don't remember any sexual or graphic sexual content in the Diary of
this
Anne
Florida
Frank.
bill,
Hmm.
DeSantis's Florida bill, is a reaction to that, right? The too woke sexual literature being taught to the kids in the schools. I mean, that's gone in Florida. So using this law, different counties have reacted as such. And in this example, over 1,600 books have now been banned. Is that fair to say,
Hmm.
Dante?
I think honestly, I look, I think it's a mistake, but at the same time, it's somehow legally they're making this happen. So
How?
which means, well, no, I mean, it means people are voting for this, right? They're voting for
Well, it's
people
a law
to,
on the books in Florida, right? As far
but
as, you know.
Is that many conservatives in Florida? God.
Oh, yeah.
but also, here's the thing though, in this day and age, right, of the internet,
Mhm.
of Amazon, is anything
Mhm.
really banned ever? You know, like
That's,
if I
that's
want to
what
get
I'm
my hand,
trying to figure out. Like
if
in
I
the
want to get
age,
my hands
like
on
this
something,
isn't the
I can do it right now.
1950s. In the age of the internet, every single teenager walking, kid, 5-year-old damn near walking, having access to a cell phone, an iPad. A lot of
Right.
parents don't, put parental everything is so accessible now. Like
Mhm.
honestly,
Mhm.
it's kind of laughable because the last thing that many of these kids are doing now is going to the library to open a damn book.
That's very
They're
true.
gonna search it up. Like you're gonna ban
Great point.
searching it up. Like this is
Yeah.
stupid. I think it's counterproductive and
Well,
it's like really ridiculous.
so
It's
what's
it's really grandstanding. Is what this all is.
Mm.
It's
yeah.
grandstanding. It's not. They know that this is a pointless act. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because, like I said, if someone wants the book, they'll get the book.
Interesting enough, one of the many books on this list is the next film that America Ferrera is actually directing, and I've known about this book for a while. America
Mm.
Ferrera's directorial debut, I'm Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter, moves to Amazon MGM from Netflix. That's on that list of 1,600 banned books. I mean, or from that school district.
Right.
And this was a best-selling YA novel. This is, I guess it's still being developed. This comes from the same writer that did Flaming Hot. So, story centers around a Chicago-based teen, Julia Reyes, who aspires to become a successful writer, but struggles to live up to her family's expectations following the tragic death of her seemingly perfect sister, Olga.
Yeah, this sounds like some real women have curves, yaya sisterhood, sister traveling pants situation. I'm trying to understand how is this correlating to the book being banned? Like it's not sounding like anything.
Well, I'm sure there's more to it. I mean, maybe there's some, like this lead character. I have not read the book.
Okay. It sounds PG, 13ish to me. I just don't.
Those- I mean, how this article is bringing it. I'm sure there's probably something subversive in it that prompted it to be put on the list.
From
But
that, because I'm thinking about Anne Frank. My daughter's doing a project on Anne Frank. It's not anything. Because if that's on there, then I have to understand why some of these, like it just
right.
What's the line?
This is from your chat. Flower Kid says there's another version of the Anne Frank book, a graphic novel which depicts Anne as a lesbian. This is what caused parental concern with that title in particular. Never heard of that. Really? Wow.
A lesbian.
I mean, do we know that Anne Frank wasn't a lesbian? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know that much about her, to be honest with you, but
right. Yeah. Anyone in the chat could you guys expound more on Anne Frank's lesbianism? I really appreciate it.
I just can't. This just seems like the last thing that anybody should be worried about. Kids now are, maturing a lot faster. They're sexually active a lot sooner. They're pregnant. Like this is the problem. You're worried about them seeing this.
Yeah, and there's also a difference between a book like this about depicting Anne Frank as a lesbian, and like I said, a book for grade school kids with pictures of little boys giving each other oral sex. You see what I'm saying? Like,
what book was that?
Oh shit. There's a lot of books out there for grade school kids on how to be LGBTQ, and they have pictures for them. So to follow, it's pretty bad.
Is this to ban those things?
Well,
it's a counteract. Is this a counter reaction to books like that?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay. What?
There's one that's been in the public eye for a while. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Queer Something, but it's that's the book that has gone before Congress, and it's graphically pictured, and it's aimed at kindergarten through like 4th grade or something. So it's crazy.
There are moments where I don't like Texas. Then there are other moments where I'm like, I live in Texas. Because never.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's wild.
Oh.
Genderqueer. That's what the book is called. It's called Genderqueer.
That's
look it up right now.
Yeah. Let's bring in Fletcher. I want to get his opinion on everything we've been talking. That'd be great. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in agreement. Art should never be banned, but at the same time, if they should kind of see what a kid is able to, digest, and maybe leave it up to the parents and all stuff. And I know some people on the chat were saying that this is why when you get legislation it becomes so harsh, because it just smashes everything. You're like, I just want to get this one little thing, but then it's like, but check it out, and it's like we just smash everything else, and then when somebody else gets in power, they smash the other side, and it's like, man, government gets smashy all the time, and it's like you want to, it's least possible to touch anything, because the government never understood art. That's the main part.
Okay, let's hit another news item really quick. Since I have all the representation of the African American community here in the United States. Killer Mike was arrested last night, and at the same time won 3 Grammys. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Ice-T posted, homie just won 3 Grammys. LAPD are cold-blooded. They could have at least waited until he got outside or at his hotel. Word is it's a misdemeanor. That is extra BS. Shaking my head. And I guess they escorted him out with a perp walk. I mean,
It's so disgusting.
what are your what's going on here?
So
Is this
I haven't even heard about this. What was he arrested for?
I think he supposedly, allegedly assaulted a security guard, and they said it was on tape. So like he pushed a security guard down from this arena area or whatever. So, and now they care. So, but it's just ridiculous that they did this just to show that I guess now they're tough on crime for some reason, but.
Yeah, that's
totally
kind of a
uncalled for.
weird. It's kind of a weird stance to take. Like they could have waited until after to arrest him, especially for a misdemeanor.
Yeah, but he has an attorney. The attorney is just going to be like, okay, so he has to day in court, no problem. I will be there representing my client. I guarantee you. So he got somebody on staff. They could have just, handled this outside of this is completely staged. This is and it's ridiculous. I'm sure other people have done exactly worse. And just because, yeah, no, this is crazy, especially in LA. Come on.
Struggles. Do you think this might be because he won't go to that woke left? You think that had anything to do with it? They were trying to. Bill Maher was begging him to back Biden.
I mean,
you like that, huh?
Struggles is speechless. That's it.
That left her speechless.
I mean,
you who's to say? But if this was a situation like that, I don't think they would have. Then he won like 3 Grammys, right?
He did. He won 3.
It wasn't like he was just there attending or presenting, and he got arrested. And it's this big grandstanding fiasco for everybody to see to kind of embarrass him. This was, he had his big moment, been in the industry forever, 40 plus years old. You're never too old to, get your just due and win a Grammy. And now we are being arrested. This is just really embarrassing to me. I'm not really too familiar with this or what. So you said it was a misdemeanor. It wasn't even anything that was just like, oh, we have to get him right now. Because I'm like, if it was, he wouldn't have been there. It's not like he's, on the most wanted list or... Why was he such a top priority for him to need to get got right then? Did he have a warrant or something?
No.
Nothing. What happened?
He basically supposedly behind the scenes there was when he was going through or something, there was a security guard there that's employed by the Grammys, and they had supposedly words, and he shoved them. And that was, that was it. Now the full hammer of the LAPD has to come down. And now there could be another take on this. And I heard a little bit of the conspiracy theory thing saying, because his street cred was going down, that maybe this is to to up his street cred, but I doubt it. I think this is just
Killer Mike is a old rapper. I doubt he's worried about any damn street cred. Like
I agree with that
at all.
Like I said, it's the one thing maybe his cousin putting it out, but that they didn't let him borrow the car. But
also along with that, if my choices are arrest me or vote for Joe Biden, go ahead and arrest me.
Yeah. Boom. In the chat, Merlin, who is the security guard related to?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. It's making me think of the BET Awards. Remember them BET Awards with Rick James, and the lady was like, you can't be back here. Like, who are you? And just like, I'm Killer Mike. Like, I just won, 3 Grammys. How dare you try to escort me out the building? I'm like, something had to go.
You think his ego got
astray for because we all be looking alike back there. Some could have went astray for him to shove him, but just off of a shove, you mean to tell me that it wasn't even a scrap, like a shove, and he got arrested? What?
Wait, hold on. How, can we see that again? How do you do scrapping?
Scrap.
Oh no.
Come on, come on.
Scrap, Polly, a scrap. You know what a scrap is. Don't play.
How would you beat up a Mexican guy? Go.
What? I am not get this off of me, Polly. The same way I will beat up a white guy, a black guy. Same. You can get the same scrappish.
Mexicans are crafty.
I will say, all you guys, black people, if you do look alike in the backstage, at least you're backstage, because all of us Mexican people, we're not even there. We're at the ballet or at the parties setting up for the after parties. And then we're going to clean up after all you guys. And then hopefully make that midnight train back to the barrio.
Can't arrest us. We got the keys to your car.
That too. This too, one controversy, like the same thing with the slap. You would think the whole slap situation that would prompt, Will Smith to be carried out. That was whole assault.
Right.
A shove caused him to be arrested, and it was all captured, and he's handcuffed, and something's not adding up. I think it's more to the story that we don't know about yet.
Well, what's more to the story is PayPal, super stickers, super chats. Do it now and do it often. That's what I say. Cajones. Do you know what cajones are? Struggle?
Like Spanish. Cojones or like cojones? I don't know.
That's getting clipped now.
Yes.
Right. Totally getting clipped. So
yeah, that's getting clipped.
Yeah, some smooth, very white music in the background. Yep.
It's gonna be slow motion. You gotta slow it down.
Slow it down.
Glass of cognac.
Yep.
Hey, that's a stereotype.
Yep.
I didn't say tequila. I didn't say Hennessy. I said cognac.
I know, yeah, if you would have said Hennessy, then I would have been like, okay.
For the record, I don't even like Hennessy.
Me neither. It's just it's gross.
I gotta say, I almost feel bad for going on our main topic that we don't have La Reina Creole with us because y'all
yes
had some exchanges there in regards to Hollywood. What's going on for our main topic? Here's what you two were saying on Twitter X. La Reina, Hollywood never truly intended to make good on diversity and inclusion. They just wanted to look cool. And then Verbal Riot went in. Hollywood is literally, all caps, still one of the most racist industries. They just package it differently. And then, of course, I said always has and continue to be. Why are you causing trouble, Dante?
I don't wake up every day wanting to cause trouble. It finds me.
Wow.
Trouble finds me.
Wow.
But no, I mean, look, man, that's just real talk, though. I don't buy Hollywood's sudden change, right? And wanting to portray a rainbow of people on screen. I think there's something more to it, and something a lot more deliberate and a lot more grifty, if you will, about their sudden change of wanting diversity now.
Well, let's bring up the article that spawned all this. In true Elvis fashion, you come here looking for trouble. Issa Rae sees Hollywood falling down on promises of diversity and inclusion. Poor Issa Rae. Pobre Issa. I like Issa Rae. I think she's very funny and kind of like nerdy sexy at the same time.
I love Issa Rae.
That's just me. Issa Rae's blunt now about how the entertainment industry seems to be changing. In a Time interview out today, she fired back at the industry she feels is now being driven by considerations other than creativity and inclusion. Big part of the attitude is her recent history. In January, her TV series Rap Shite was axed by Warner Brothers Discovery. Just one part of a disturbing trend there, Tyra. I've never seen Hollywood this scared and clueless and at the mercy of Wall Street, she says. Okay, let me hear it from my panel. Please.
I mean, in all fairness, Warner Brothers is cutting a lot of things out. It's not just her show. They're losing a lot of money. I'm not surprised that they cut her show. And to be honest with you, I've seen the show. It's not even as it's not as entertaining as Insecure was. Insecure was like her coup de grace. Great show. I recommend it to people to watch. It's a great show. But rap shit is not that show.
No.
Okay.
It's with it not being that show. I think the issue is like enough shows many times, like with rap shite, as Paulie says it. I wasn't at all really all that interested or entertained with the first season, and then you get the second season. I'm like, okay, the show is growing, it's getting better, but shows just aren't giving. I was surprised that it got that second season. Shows aren't giving a leg to stand on, and back in the day, you could a season after season, like by the third season we were really shaking. Like, no, if your show is not performing something outstanding that first season, then it's most of the time it's getting canceled. I'm more so kind of, I don't want to say disappointed in Issa. I'm surprised that she thought like some big change occurred, and now they're kind of reverting back to like, oh, y'all don't really care about us and not giving us opportunity, and you're canceling things. Like, they are going to be in your pocket and be your cheerleader when something is profitable, like Insecure. I'm sure based off of the back of Insecure and how well it did for Warner HBO, they had no problem giving her the opportunity to do rap shite. But if it didn't perform like an Insecure, which nothing was ever like, Insecure was great, and it's hard to capture lightning in a bottle. Yeah. It's really great. So if it wasn't performing like that, or if you're not returning something like that, they're going to cancel it, no matter what they told you or what you thought or what relationship you thought you guys had. If these shows are not profitable, sadly, or getting all these high numbers, they are going to cancel it, no matter how good it is. If it's not getting the numbers and all of that good stuff, because it would be different. Insecure could have been really, really great, but if it wasn't performing, it would have got canceled like everything else.
Also, I think she was very delusional, because for the longest time she was HBO's Golden Girl, right? And she
I was going to say that,
and she got this incredible deal that nobody's ever gotten, that doesn't have a name already, right? She had full creative control of her show, casting, writing. Like, she got this sweetheart deal that no one's ever gotten. So I think she got disillusioned when the shine has worn off of her, and she's not bringing in the ratings that she used to. So now all of a sudden things aren't as diverse anymore. You know what I mean?
And it wasn't just this. She also got a reality show with HBO. I think it was called the LA Sweet Life. It was kind of a callback to, well, I don't know, Paulie, you probably don't know, but like Baldwin Hills and those type of throwback.
I live right in its shadow, actually.
Yeah, those BET type of shows. She had an all black cast reality show in the frame of that, and that got canceled as well. So it's kind of like, oh, you guys are canceling all of my things. Whatever happened to what we discussed before? Like, yeah, the girl, none of those things are set in stone. If it isn't doing numbers as well as turning a profit, they're going to cancel you like everybody else.
Okay, let me read a little bit more. I'm just reminding the Struggle Reviews audience, which has people watching as well. Make sure you're subscribing to all our channels. That would be wonderful. Please, 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 please me. Whoa, yeah, like I pleased you.
Last year. What is that?
That's an old Beatles song.
Oh, I thought that was Bruno Mars. Hey, Cardi B.
Whoa. Whoa. Let me see. Last night I said these words to my love. Okay, I could hear Bruno saying that.
Yeah, I thought that was "Please Me, Baby." That's not what that is. I'm sorry.
No.
Cardi B. Yeah, I did. That's really. I was like, what? Is that the remix?
No. Okay, let's get back to the article. Last year was a roller coaster for Ray. She won a Peabody Trailblazer Award, and was in the acclaimed films Barbie and American Fiction, and released the second season of her theatrically acclaimed Max show Rap Shite. She also had to lay off 8 employees during the Writers Guild SAG strikes and saw Rap Shite canceled. That has been a stark reminder of Ray and the golden rule. He who has the gold rules.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Still, Ray's hatching big plans for a better 2024, developing at least 2 new projects, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Which is
Um,
incredible. She has 2 new projects for HBO, 2, some people once something is canceled, like, that's it, like, you have to
yeah,
go to the
you know,
starting room, cutting board to figure out what you're gonna do now, like,
yeah,
Issa has, just had a wave of just really great opportunities, like,
yes.
I'm surprised that she's taking this stance actually with the show.
Well, I
Yeah,
think there.
I am too, because
Go
I
ahead.
think,
Mhm.
she should know better how hard it is just to even get your own
Yeah.
show, and the fact that she was able to get the things that she's gotten,
Mhm.
at kind of a young age too. I think she's being real, disingenuous.
Oh, would you mind do me a favor, Tyra, in your chat in your window? Can you
Mhm.
make me or Fletcher a mod and then we can drop links
Sure.
actually? That'd be cool. What's interesting is you guys are not wrong because it's like Issa, what are you complaining about? You still have the bat line, the
Yeah,
open door to where you're actually pitching. You're still at the height of your game. But
Mhm.
I think it's fair for her to point stuff out because she
Yeah.
is. She's got a big bullhorn. Um, but it's fair for us to say, well, Hollywood's always been fucked up to people of
Mhm.
color, and this is one of the first things we said when we brought you guys on. I mean, you know, I do think it's interesting though, and that's just how the business works: is that you get an acclaimed stuff, you're an up and comer, and you get deals, right? This is the Barbie thing right here. America Ferrera got nominated for an Oscar. We brought up that her
An
next
Oscar
project,
for what?
best
Barbie.
supporting actress in Barbie.
What?
I
Yeah.
know,
Best
I know,
Well, hold on.
I know.
Love to hear we'll hear your thoughts on that. But the business being that it is because of that nomination, her project got the green light with
Yeah.
this that we had reported. It's that project's been languishing in development forever. It's not
Mm.
new. Like I reported on it over a year ago. But you get that Oscar nom, boom. You get that
Again there.
Peabody, you become rap shite, boom. Good for you. Now you got to deliver. You got to keep on delivering. But apparently we're going to cause a race war here because Struggle Reviews doesn't like the Latino portrayal in Barbie. What say you?
It's terrible. I thought she was such an underdeveloped supporting, like, she was not the draw in the film, like, first of all, I didn't love a lot about Barbie. I'm like with everybody else, I love the way Barbie
Mhm,
looked.
mhm,
I thought,
mhm.
my favorite with, Barbie was, Ryan Gosling.
I
I loved
agree.
him.
Yeah,
He was the best
totally.
thing about Barbie,
I
but,
agree.
everything else is, like, as far as, like, an Oscar
Yeah.
nomination
Well,
for
No,
that?
it's insane. It's insane she's nominated for that role. For that role,
That? Out of
'cause
everything,
it wasn't that good of a role. I'm
at
sorry.
all. It's very forgetful. Like,
well, I think I'd like to thank the two African American panelists to come on. We hate to see you guys go.
it's
Oh, wait a
terrible.
minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, yeah. If listen, I'm the
Terrible.
Latino slant. Okay, I can't give everyone a pass just because the barrio is represented. I got to tell you, I have an immense respect for America Ferrera and her career. I just was not a fan of that film. That
Mhm,
kill me. So that being said, I don't think it should have gone half the awards that it earned. I mean, I don't get it.
mhm.
And you could put it against Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah, that's hard,
Woof,
man. Like
woof.
there was too many better performances for her to get that
Oh,
nom.
Well,
right. Well,
I think
let's say you want to find a Latina. Let's find a Latina. We
this
got
is
to get
normal though. Like, I'm trying to think
right.
back to all of our little POC people and when they actually got it
Mm,
or got nominated, we were like, for that? Like, they were so much better, that other time, that other thing. Like, they normally get nominated and acknowledged for like the lesser role. Like, really, there was nothing impressive that she did in Barbie to go, oh, that was maybe it's for that, that breakdown monologue that everybody was in my chat when I
well,
reviewed.
that's
It's like,
it.
oh, but what about the monologue about the women? I was like, that's what got it. Maybe it was that. That's what they're going
Well,
off of.
yeah,
I'm
'cause
sure
you
they'll
take
work
it out. That's it. It's the woke wet dream monologue. Absolutely.
yeah, oh,
Absolutely. I mean,
absolutely, yeah.
it's such a wet dream, that monologue,
Mm,
that Latina actors got together and re-performed it and intersliced and cut it, and they put it up on an Instagram, like a bunch of other. I'm like,
very deep.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't back that. I'll back up Latino projects, whether you're a man or a woman, if it's quality, and I'll back it up, man. I'll back it up. But something like that, it's like, that's my limit. That's my limit. Dante.
Yeah, I was gonna say I almost equated to Denzel winning for Training Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you could say that he played a good role, and honestly, it's one of my favorite movies. I could watch Training Day no matter what time of the day it is, no matter what day of the week it is. I could watch Training Day. And I love
but
that.
us as black people, we know he's supposed to get it for Malcolm X.
But for Denzel to win for Training Day and not Malcolm X, not Glory, not all these phenomenal like roles that he's taken, it seemed a little like a gimme, right? It's like, okay, we got to give the guy something, and this what it feels like for America Ferrera. It's like I've seen her in better things. I've seen her do better in other things.
Well, listen. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to cut you off.
No.
Let's say we have to nominate a Latina in one of these categories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Barbie, yeah. Because it fit it fits what they're all about,
right?
But a performance that I really felt was a incredible supporting actress performance was Rosa Salazar in A Million Miles Away. I mean, so much filled with so much depth and humor and love and just all that you didn't. What I just said, I did not see in America's character.
No,
I didn't care about her character at all. In A Million Miles Away, fantastic role. Why was no one talking? If you're gonna do that, right? And it's like, well, it didn't really feel the the far woke toe that line, because her character was a woman being supportive of her husband who wanted to be an astronaut. So what did she do? She sacrificed her dreams until it was the right time, and she's like, you know what, you got yours. Now I want to open up my restaurant. I want to do this. I want to do it. Fantastic story, fantastic role. And Rosa Salazar, Alita Battle Angel, you're just hooked, right? No one talked about that performance. Didn't toe the line. That's what I feel.
The reason why America got nominated is two reasons. Number one, it does click a box, right? It clicks a box. They got their Latina actress, right? Secondly, they know she's not going to win. So they know she's not going to win. So they look good because they checked the box, and they're going to give it to the actors they're going to give it to anyway, and it wasn't going to.
Yeah, just like they did with Angela Bassett and the whole, Wakanda Forever situation. And I love Angela Bassett, but when she was nominated for that, I was like, for this? I'm not, this isn't, all that impressive to me. And, we knew she wasn't going to, I was probably the only black person not mad when they gave it to Jamie. I wasn't mad because I love Jamie Lee Curtis in everything. What is it? Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I just didn't really we wanted Angela to have it so bad because she deserved it so many other times before, but it's like that's not, making this situation right. So when they gave her the little gimme with the the honorary lifetime whatever situation recently, it's just like it's not really doing what it needs to do for me, because this is just kind of like, here you go. And we checked off the box and we gave her one.
So I know we're moving away from the article, but it totally blends in, Dante, with what you said on Twitter, that Hollywood has always been racist.
Yeah.
Right? Because what we're saying, what we're seeing is the most ignorant, bigoted association in Hollywood, the Academy. Right? You talk about white guilt. Talk about white liberal guilt. And that you put up these suffering roles, men, women, black, Latino, year after year, Asian, year after year, that's what you're going to give Angela the award for?
Right.
That's what you're gonna give Denzel the award for?
Yeah. When once again, she should have won for, Best Supporting Actress in Malcolm X, but they ain't give it to her. She could have won for What's Love Got to Do with It, but they ain't give it to her. Like, so now when they, want to hand
She
it
could have
to
won
her,
for
I'm
Waiting
not.
Exhale, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, she could have. But that's not going to get nominated for nothing.
I know. But see, again, that's my point about Hollywood has always been racist. Because they don't even consider those films.
Oh,
Deleted
never.
Scenes is a member of the channel. Great dude, got his own channel. Denzel did win for Glory.
Best Supporting. I'm talking about Best Actor.
Best
But look
Actor.
at the role,
Yeah.
Steven. Look at the role, Deleted Scenes.
Mm.
Look at the role, right? As a uppity black guy, right? That had to be swatted on camera. Dude, that is white liberal guilt Hollywood 101.
Yeah.
Well, that's
kidding
the
me?
thing. That's why we know when
Jesus.
that's why we continue to have these black actors. I don't think anybody gets out of bed like, you know what, I want to play a slave. Like those pandering slave type roles, those are the roles that get nominated. Those are the movies that get nominated every single time.
Auntie Angela should have had 4 already. Bogus and rigged.
Mm.
And see, so let's take that, right, Dante? Let's run with that. That's why the Image Awards, the BET Awards, the Amahins, all these different offshoots of awards have been created out of a vacuum because you have continually either stereotyped, villainized, tokenized these people, having people of color since the inception of Hollywood. We're going to create our own shit so we can actually have some award shows that we're going to award these performances because they're dignified. They're thought provoking. They create conflict. They break the stereotypes. And then when I hear my friends complaining, why do you have this? Why do you have that? Why can't we all just be one? Well, who fucking rigged it in the beginning to where we have to create this? That's where I
totally agree.
angry brown guy. I'm angry brown guy because the white fragility, you're going to have to grow. You're going to have to spine up, my friends, spine up and listen to us. Listen to us because we didn't create the game. We only playing it. But what I will say, Dante, is that, at least we did that, right? We're going to make our own award shows. We're going to now start making our own films.
Polly, like that's when I got to throw us under the bus because we don't hold our awards, our ceremonies, our shows to the same standard of these. So when somebody does have, it's like, people don't show up. They don't like this isn't like you said when with the America Ferrera situation, this movie was on the table forever, but as soon as she got this nod, all of a sudden it's into production. Those awards mean something, way past beyond in the industry, and the awards that we have for ourselves, they just don't. So you have people like, I'm not showing up to that. I'm not, they don't hold these awards to the same standard.
It's now beneath me.
Yeah. Especially when they get it, like when you can tell when somebody came up because they don't even you go and the winner is pop, and I'm going to accept this award on such and such's behalf because they didn't even come because it's just like, what am I showing up that for?
I guarantee you probably won't see like a Beyonce at a BET award.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like you just won't. It's sad, but it is one of those things though that you're right, Paulie. If we didn't have these shows for ourselves, and there was a time when we really needed to because the Academy was giving us nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like there was we were not getting nominated. We weren't getting, there was nothing happening. So we had to create our own thing. And there should be no fault in that. There should be, no one should look at that and criticize because look, if you're not going to acknowledge us, then we'll acknowledge ourselves, right? Now the problem though is Hollywood is trying to correct the past and they're doing a worse job now. Right? Because now it's just complete pandering. Because now it's not even about the role. It's just about you have the right skin to be in that role. Or you have the right sexuality for that role.
Yeah,
it's not about the art. It's not about the art.
I'm glad you mentioned Beyonce because when I looked up the Killer Mike situation, I saw that Jay-Z, he had a grandstanding speech about her not ever getting award, like album of the year or something like that, and it's just like, well, we'll show up for that. Like you guys are going to continue to show up. Like people will, go and we're going to boycott in the Grammys and the Oscars and these things, but yeah, you're going to do that up until you're nominated and you win. Then all of a sudden everything is okay. People can say in grandstands all they want. At the end of the day, you guys want these awards. You desire them more than you desire anything else. A Golden Globe or a SAG or an Oscar, you don't care.
Listen, that's a different argument, and I'm totally with you in as far as the accolades that the business loves to give itself. Depending, you talk to the actor, they will say, "Oh, they mean everything or they mean nothing to me." I'm all about the work.
Lies.
Lies. I don't know if we were to get Romy in here, what you would think. How do you think about what do you think about award shows, babe? You don't watch them.
Weird. They're not. First of all, award shows aren't as entertaining, which is why we have the Killer Mike situation or the slaps. Those are the things that are talked about. I don't think a lot of people even discuss like who won or watch them. Everybody watches the highlights on YouTube. Well, I personally do.
Right. We got some great comments. We would love super chat comments as well, or PayPal. It helps the channel out. This has been an incredible talk. You're not going to get this talk nowhere else, especially not on Film Threat, because they have Asian exclusion on Film Threat. And Ning the Merciless, Alan Ning, is a part of that apartheid that's going on. I don't appreciate it. I can tell you right now, Latino shows such as Zorro and the head of Joaquin Murrieta hires Asian actors, black actors, more than any Asian productions in the States. And so I take great offense to Alan Ning, but I love him. How can Hollywood be racist when they keep telling me I'm racist? Oh my God, we're having fun right now. Do you guys notice that? Are you guys with us now? We're having some fun. Andrew Wordna. How didn't
Wow.
Can you read for a second?
Wow, didn't know she won for that. Ayo. Was good, but it was mostly the writing that made it.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's the acronym.
Oh, got it. Okay. I'm like, am I having a stroke? Like,
EEAAO. Yeah. So if this was Spanish, it would be ow. Did I get that right, Fletcher? Did I get that right, buddy?
Canceled.
You know what? You're canceled. Get out of here. Why don't you read this one for us there?
See, was Halle Berry's performance good enough to earn her Oscar?
No, absolutely not.
Make me feel good. I just want to feel good.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
She won an award for having sex with Billy Bob Thornton on screen. Like that was.
Wow.
And maybe because no other actress would do it, and she bit the bullet they gave it to her.
Okay, well, let's hold on, Dante. Hold on a thought. Can you recreate what?
Holly, get that off of me! No.
Well, you just sort of. Okay, I'll do it. Do the lines. Do the lines. Do the lines.
You do. Yeah, make me feel good. Just make me feel good. I want to feel good. Make me feel good.
Where's my Oscar?
Hey guys, sorry about this, but something came up. I got to take off. I know. I was just getting into it.
Well, we're actually wrapping up. Is there any final thoughts that you had on this last article that that whole thing, and then we'll let you go.
Yeah. Just look, man. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know like how you solve the Hollywood problem right now with the. I just think that at this point Hollywood's in trouble. I think the money, the box office is showing that. I think the cancellation of streaming services is showing that, and until they make better material, I think they're going to keep failing. So, and make it about the story instead of the diversity.
Well, always bringing the races together. What?
The races.
The races. F1, NASCAR. He likes cars.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
nicest.
sure.
Dante, man, dude, it's great having you on, and
Yeah,
I
it's been
think
a while.
we got to see each other soon. Actually,
Definitely.
yeah, we got to go watch a movie and hang out and talk shit. My favorite time with Dante is always the drive back. Ooh,
Oh
we
yeah,
like no matter the
definitely.
film.
But anyway, guys, I definitely
Okay.
got to run. So
Okay, talk to you later, bro.
talk to you later.
Yeah. Okay, we got a couple more. Any thoughts, struggles? You having a good time?
Oh yeah, you always have a good time on the Latino slant.
I know you're like the number one on the you're like number 2 on the call sheet.
Well, who's number one?
Me?
Don't get quiet now, Polly.
Polly?
Well,
Polly,
you're
well,
like it's naturally like. Well, if you're number
Pablito.
well,
Pablito. Okay,
you're
2
natural.
more comments and we're out of here. Latino and Spanish film productions and television are huge throughout the world. Perhaps the Latino film TV productions could be approached for U.S. Latino and Black films and TV. They already are, and they have been, which is why you're seeing the success of TV shows like Zorro, co-produced with American and Latin American. Also, too, what is there's a couple other funny shows, and what's always interesting. You always see characters, whether they're supporting, whatnot, of different people with different backgrounds in those shows, Asian, Black, and I really appreciate that. Check out Zorro on Prime. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Award shows are definitely not what it used to be. Remember the time when you and your family would gather up in the house just to watch the BET Awards?
Don't do that anymore. That was way back when Michael Jackson was on there with James Brown. Yeah, nobody's gathering around to wait for the BET
Wow,
Awards.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
sad. 2005, I think, 4 or 5.
So even the BETs has lost its glory.
Oh, they're terrible. I don't even bother. Like, sadly.
Wow. Okay. All right. And Ning the Merciless comes in. I don't know why I'm reading this. There's no super chats. And last time I heard Asians have a lot of money. Ning the Merciless is number 1. Gong.
Really?
Yeah.
Gong.
Wait a minute. Ning the Merciless is number 1. I know Chris Gore has always wanted to do that when you're live with him, Alan. So I mean, I'm just living out our racial dreams. I've been saying this since middle school. Denzel should have won Best Actor for Malcolm X. He immersed himself in the role. One of the greatest singular performances ever.
Yeah.
Ever in film history.
Either this one or I loved him as Hurricane. Like I don't think
he was lined up. It was lined up, and then because of some controversy that had nothing to do with him, he lost the steam for that role, like the juice. Bullshit, man. So what if it wasn't 100% factual?
Accurate
performance. Oh my
God. It's good. Love him in Hurricane.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta let's kill the vote and get on out of here, guys. The voting poll was Hollywood hates diversity because of the people, of ideas, of poor folks, of the food. Not everyone eats hummus. That's Fletcher. That's Fletcher. You guys voted, and you say that 65% of you, Hollywood hates diversity of ideas. Very nice. Very nice. Our older poll, we had let me see. We had where is it? Jenna Ortega is 46% a sexy girl. There you go. Okay, let's get on. It's been a fantastic show, Struggle. Thank you so much.
Yes. I have been struggling over here because my Wi-Fi has been terrible, but I didn't want to say I gotta go, guys. My Wi-Fi is being weird, but it came through. It all panned out, but I did have to check out a few times because it was doing its own thing.
Well, what do you have going on? What's next for you?
What's next? Believe Beetlejuice is next. The Lost Boys.
Oh, really?
Yes. The Lost Boys is next, and Patreon will be rolling out before the end of February, so be on the lookout for those things. But
That's
yeah,
great news that you're doing a Patreon. Wow.
yeah, I'm so
So
scared.
what can we expect? Like, you have any ideas as what you're gonna throw at us
Oh man, like
put down
everything
my
I can.
$5 a month?
Everything I can't do and say on this platform. Oh, you know that I have a love-hate relationship, well, mostly hate with YouTube and
Oh,
the way that they
yeah.
don't always let my video get greenlit, or it's
Right.
limited, or like I feel like I can kind of unleash and not have to worry about those things. You can expect
Yeah.
Tyra unfiltered on Patreon.
Ooh,
That's gonna be
Tyra,
interesting because
unfiltered.
even though it may not look like, oh, but you're just so like, just know that with my regular videos, I'm always holding back to, keep it PG.
Well, stay close to Tyra and Struggles. Please sub. Penny just subbed over there to you.
Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Penny.
Penny's a great member of the slant. What we got going on is so much. What I want you guys to do right now, all of you guys have hung out. Go right now to the.latinoslant.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. I do a weekly newsletter, entertainment stuff, a lot of fun stuff on our website. We are going to do a hard out, Fletcher. Anything else really fast?
This week you'll be checking out Fighter, and we're going to have a members event coming, and
God,
more books coming out soon.
Yeah, we just kind of went too long that I didn't get to. Tonight I'm going to see Fighter, and then there's an event. We'll do a membership of a panel, and more books will be mailed out because we got a great the backers. We got we're still mailing stuff out. All right, guys. Much love, everyone. Thank you all so much. Muchísimas gracias. Wherever you're at, keep your slam fuerte.
See.
Adios.
Adios.
Bye, guys.